Hey guys, this is Chris Aboy. Today I'm over here with the coaches classes, and one of the things I wanted to do is that when somebody is getting hit, they're getting kicked, a lot of these guys are just basically either freezing or they just kind of stand there, just move out of the way, and there's no response. So what I want to do today is see if I can have them do a little progressions where if they're going to react to a movement, they're looking to follow up and counter right away. So we're looking for immediate reaction. And I know that when I watch them in class, some of these guys, their distance is a little bit off. So we're gonna have to start slower just so that they understand of going going from a long range weapon or a short range weapon to a long range weapon or a long range weapon, stepping back to a short range, depending on what the person does. So one of the things I will do is if I throw a punch, okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is I'll throw a punch, you basically look to defend it, and then you're counting, but I want at least 3. So we'll take it slow first. So when I usually teach, I usually go slow. I just kind of just reach out and touch. So I'll be in my stance. I'll just reach out. He basically does whatever he wants to do. Hits. So right over here, he do the same thing again. Watch what happens. He does it. Pop, pop. And he's staying in the same place right over here. So he went from a short weapon right here. He's basically hitting me 1, 2, pop. And then he kicks. It's not, he can do a lot more damage if he actually cuts through. So yeah, so basically if you're gonna do the same thing and move, 1, 2, boom, and he kicks. And you can see what happens now, my body has to move, okay? So I'll basically do that cross, I'll reach out to him, oh, boom, he hits. Over here, if I throw that kick, oh, he's gonna catch it, oh, hit, oh, he hits. And the one thing I want you guys to notice is that I don't mind when the person is touching me because I want them to get that contact. A lot of problems that I see, especially like in the kids classes, is that when a person is punching and sparring, they're basically kind of stopping short as they're hitting. So I'd rather have them basically use their footwork and movement. So right now we're going to be a little bit more active. We'll see what he does. If I'm over here in the spot, and they say kick, boom, boom, right? So here, boom, right? Great, good. So my body is moving over here. I kick, boom, right? So you can see with that knee, it wasn't going to be very effective, so he was a little bit too close. So we're going to have you, what do we do? We did the hook. If I did the hook, boom, he hits, whatever moves. Think about better weapon, right? So you see how he went straight up into my chest? He needs to go right into my body because that body weight goes up first through that person. So again, I'll basically do that again. Boom, 1, 2, boom, boom. Very good. So now you can see that he's actually moving. And normally, you know, through like reading books, doing like research, once you learn something, they're gonna have you do it 3 times. So we'll do it again. This time, take it slower. Boom, boom, hit, boom. Okay, now to the chin, right to the body, right? Okay, right here. 1, 2. There, and you can see that he's starting to move my body. I'll do that again. Right over here. 1, boom, right there. Okay. Come over here, Nikhil. So explain this drill of what we're trying to do.
All right.
Talk to the camera so they can.
So I'm going to throw 1 shot. Check is going to counter me with at least 3, depending on the distance as well. He's going to choose the right weapon. I'm going to start slow, so just touch. He sees it. 1, 2, 3.
So right over here. So stop right there. So notice where he's ending the punches here. We want to give this guy a throw. So basically, you stop right here. Okay. So everything else is right. You did a kick first. Yeah. So he did the kick. So he got that long distance range. If he's going to go ahead and do the punch, guess what you need to do? You need to go ahead and take that foot. So pay attention to the footwork. I'm stopping it. Yeah. You can stay out on your feet also, right? So you got to be, as a good training partner, you got to be like a mobile punching bag, right? So basically, if I'm doing the same thing, it's like I'm hitting, I'm going to go ahead and hit you in the face. Okay. So he's got to stay light on his feet, right? So if I basically got long range right over here, I'm going to go ahead and step in. Oh, boom, boom. You see how his body is moving back. That's what we want. So we're not really looking for like those dense hits. We're just basically touching. As a good training partner, you should be able to kind of move back. Okay, so we're gonna have him do it. So try it again. Do something, yeah? All right, so now what I'm seeing now, you just left him hanging. That's cool. So one of the things that I noticed now is that where he's basically overdoing it, like you're going too much to it. So the distance now, it's like he's actually making contact, but on that cross when you're stepping in, because I told him to step in, now he's basically punching. When I'm watching it, you can just see that the hand is going past his head. So what it needs to do is trying to find that maximum range where we can actually hit. Okay. So what do you think is going to be the easiest way to fix it, or correct it? What do you think?
Distance management and also accuracy.
Okay.
Same distance.
So when we talk about distance management, what does that mean? What does he mean by that? Distance
Picking the
management?
right weapon determined on the distance that we're at.
Okay, so if he's going to choose that weapon that he did, which is the cross, how is he going to control his distance?
He has to take a step back and readjust his body.
Okay, so basically when we talk about distance management, it's always going to come through the footwork and the base. So as I'm moving forward, I'm moving backwards. You know, like if I'm throwing that jab, I got that jab right here. If I want to throw that cross, I'll step in more, and I got to step in, and then I got to hit. So try to control it. So we'll have them basically work that drill a couple times, and then we'll bring somebody else in. All right, so go ahead. So time. So right over there, so now you're pushing, right? So when you're making the contact, so as a good training partner, you either have like the hands down just a little bit, but don't push. We don't want you to push. Okay. So basically, when you're working, even if I'm working light, it should be sorry, right? Boom. It's like I'm actually like hitting, right? Basically making that in. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. But those are some of the I guess some of the things that we can work through. So you'll stay in. I'll have Minato. You can bounce out. So I'll have Minato. So Minato is here from Japan. She's here with us for 3 months. So so what I'll do is I'll have Shek explain the drill to her, okay? And then let's see how he interprets it.
So the purpose of this drill essentially is I'm gonna throw one punch, and then you're gonna counter back with 3 afterwards. So once I throw like a jab or a cross, you're gonna follow up with 1 or 2 to 3 combinations. So 1,
All right, so good work. So you can see that it's very smooth when she's doing it. The one thing what do you think I'm going to tell her? Distance on what weapon?
Her kicks.
Kicks are fairly decent. What do you think I'm going to tell you to do?
Me?
Yes.
Too far?
Yes.
Yeah.
How come too far?
I didn't reach.
Okay.
This, so I have this kind of thing now.
Yeah. So right over here, we got like a big size difference if you see them, right? So like what she's doing, she's trying to she's a lefty, so that's throwing everybody up right over here. This is going to be a further weapon for her to kind of reach. So other option that she could have, so I've checked right over here, so it gets through, is that if I'm going to be, actually you're a lefty, I can always step in, and then I can go ahead and hit with the other side. Or what I can do, if I'm a lefty, I can step, and then I'll go ahead and kick. So that would be something that you can do. Also, because he's a little bit taller, instead of aiming for the head, probably just aim for like the chest area. Okay, because like some of the girls that you fight are a little bit taller, but not as tall as him. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have you guys do that again, and see if we can make it. At least three. So right over here, now we're getting into the point, so you can see what's happening with the level. It's starting to increase. So what's happening is like they're only doing like 2s. So we're gonna take it a little bit lighter, but then let's try to do at least 3. At least 3. Hey, yeah. All right, time. So good adjustment with them. You can see that when Minato is doing, she's basically taking that extra step. So even if she tries to do that step with the opposite, she can put it down and she's really throwing. So that's what we want the person to do. And with Minato, she's very good because as she's getting hit, you can see how composed she is. It's like she likes to get hit. Like, so that's one thing we want to try to help her with is like not get hit, but when she's getting impact, at least she's able to throw and she doesn't let it phase her. So this is Coach Puya. He helps with the kids class and also the adult trials. So right now, Minato is going to explain to the viewers like what the drill is from what she interpreted from Shek. Yep. So.
Alright, so I only throw straight punch and low kick. So you just like
Top of you, right?
do like multiple punch or kick and do only check. If
check?
I kick, only check. Yeah.
I think he's trying to find the shot as
Go freestyle.
All right, so what you see is that Minato, as opposed to just doing like the once, he's making it look more like sparring, which is nice. So it really took us to the neck progression. Hey guys, so what we just saw with Minato, you know what she was doing, as opposed to just doing the ones like what we were doing, what was she doing differently?
Stepping in.
I wasn't sure who was doing the drill because she was over here and then adding a movement. So that'll be like the next progression. Actually, that's pretty good. So from here, let's go into let's segue. Actually, let's go ahead and what do you think?
I was just confused. I don't know if she was supposed to attack me or I had to attack her.
She's attacking you.
And I'm the
So yeah, and then you're doing the three. But what I've noticed is that even so, what Fuyo was saying is that he didn't know what the drill was, but what was he doing anyways?
firing three.
He's still firing three. So for her, that she took it to the next progression, as opposed to like if me and you were going, as opposed to me doing one and then you attack 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. If I do this, 1, then you go 1, 2, 3, right? If I'm doing this, boom, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? The difference with that is that Minato, she was actually like, setting things up. She was faking and then she was hitting. So it looked like it was more than 2, but in reality, that was just kind of feeding it. So as you get to a different level, and this is good because you get to see the natural progression of it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you basically explained the drill to him.
So we were doing the punch, and then kick, either the body kick or the leg kick, and then the other person has to defend, and then counter back with the same moves. So 3 moves.
So let me go ahead and rephrase it. So it's not just it's not like a set combo, right? Yeah. The set combo is basically us just doing like the one movement. So even if it's after a combination, after the last one that you got a clean defense, you're able to fire back. But what we did originally with Mikel and Shek was just do like one movement. So we were just over here. We basically just fed him a movement. They were able to hit us 3 times. You basically hit anything that you want. It could be a kick, it could be a punch. It doesn't really make a difference. Any type of offensive movement on that person, they're gonna attack 3 times.
So I have to wait for them to counter back as soon as I make my move?
No, you're gonna be feeding. So Puya's gonna be the feeder. Logan is the one that's gonna go ahead and he's gonna attack at least 3 times. Okay?
You go 1, I go 3.
Yeah. Yeah, but what Minato was doing, she was doing like feints and stuff, and she was making it more look like sparring. So that'll be like the next progression. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully that you guys caught that. So let's start. So right over here, this is good movement. You'll see in Logan's shot, he's basically throwing his elbows, he's throwing the knees. The one thing that I would say for you is that so much, what's the word? I want to say drama, is that the word? Like it's too much creativity? Yeah, so as opposed to doing that, it's like when you're basically doing the knee, you kick, right? You should be looking at me. So every time that you hit me with something, right? Bop, a knee, elbow, kick, whatever, boom. Always looking at me, right? Try kick, punch, just keep moving, bop. Right, boom, right here, just keep looking, bop, right, keep looking, yeah, bop. Because what you were doing before is that every time that you do the movement, it's like you did all kinds of stuff. So do what you're doing before. Yeah. So you can see how much there's like a lot of movement. So what's happening is that we just want you just to be like still, forward, like your body's strong, and then you're able to do all the movements. Yeah. So that's what I would do with somebody like that. So we'll have you guys bump out. Thank you guys. When all the other guys were over here, as we're reporting them, one thing I was doing, I was already talking to the coaches. So you see, just like with me, I don't just talk, basically have like a set format. I kind of see what the guys do, and then I talk with the coaches, and then we figure out like, hey, what makes logical sense. So they said the next logical sense is what?
Either 3 for 3 or freestyle spar back and forth.
Okay.
Carrying off each other.
So what happens if we do our flow drill? Is that something that we want to do, or do we just stick it 3 for 3 for right now?
3 for 3, so you can pick your shot that you want to counter off of.
Okay.
Making those shots.
All right. So basically, we're going to do a 3 for 3 drill. Okay. We do this with our. We started doing this with our adult class, but the 3 for 3. You think about that. You're basically looking to defend those 2, and then on that third one, whatever they throw, you're looking how you can counter that. All right, so we'll see how these guys do. We might have to slow them down. We might speed them up. Let's see how they work. Okay. All right. So respect still. On top. I just see Nikhil's head whipping back. So right over here, if just for me watching on the side, it seems like Shek is always winning because why is he winning every single time? What's happening?
He's more aggressive, putting his weight into the movement.
Well, so let's take away like power and strength, right? The way you got to think about it's like let's think about the timing. So the timing of it is that as soon as you do your 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, he's automatically going, and then you have to reset, and then you go, and then I automatically go. So basically, his timing is a lot better, But what's happening is that it's not consistent. It's not like that constant flow. So the way you want to think about it, if we had like a metronome, we can do the half beats, we can do the fakes, we can do one, we can always fake it up, right? Boom, you see it? Boom, right. And then I should be able to go back right away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But I want to see the transition after the 3 to this person being able to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know if we have to stop it and do it a metronome where it's just like single beats, or you guys just kind of play around with it.
Let's play around.
Play around. Let's see what happens. Okay, short specs. Nice and relaxed. Nice and All right. So the one thing I was giving it a second to see, what do you think I'm going to talk to you about?
Timing has to be more sudden.
But it was
as
actually
he goes.
the timing was actually pretty good. Like you guys look pretty decent. The one thing that I would say is that you got to the point where, remember how like you would just do a 3, but you were not moving your feet.
Yeah.
So you actually need to start moving your feet a little bit more, just to actually make sure that those movements that you were doing, you were actually hitting.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How did you feel going into it?
I think there was moments like where I have to like I'm lunging a little bit because I'm trying to cover the distance, and even if I'm moving my foot, it's like I have to kind of cover ground in order to get closer to the hill.
Yeah. So, but you guys did a lot better that time around. Since Nikhil's gonna be fighting next week, I'm gonna keep him in here so he can get some little sparring. I'll bump you out. All right. Who do you want? Should we get Puya first?
Yeah, Puya.
Yeah, Puya. So we're gonna bring Puya back out over here, and then we're gonna spar with him. So this time I expect it a little bit lighter.
Okay.
You know.
Yes.
So you'll just basically spar 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Okay. All right. Short specs. Let's go. Nice. Right behind you, and then as you still movement, don't there. So this is actually pretty good. So what I'm watching, what do you think I'm going to yell at you about?
My ring placement, I was moving back too much.
Okay, so ring placement, I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm thinking about just like your base. So every time that you're getting hit, you're just staying in place. You're basically just holding and you're not being light on your feet. So when somebody's hitting you, so if he's hitting me, guess what's happening? Look, I'm basically managing my distance, right? I'm managing my distance as the person's moving right here. But what you're doing, what he's not doing is that he's basically flat-footed. So now you attack me. That's what you're doing. So now you're basically just a punching bag.
Yeah.
So you need to stay light on your feet, and then the time that you need to move, you need to move. So, what did you guys see also? I'm trying to think of like what Puya. There's a couple things I need to improve with Puya.
I think Puya did good with countering. So as soon as Nikhil will kick, he will catch his kick and then follow right back up with another rear kick or even a punch. So I thought he did pretty well with that.
What did you see? Anything, you guys?
When he throw the power punch, his left hand going down, so
Is that Nikhil?
no.
Oh, Puya.
Yeah.
Yes, so Puya. Okay. So now we get back to like technique. The one thing they said about you, she said power punch. I don't know how power. It's like you're basically doing this.
Reaching in, right?
Yes, you're reaching in. So when somebody reaches in like that, again, it's always going to come down to the footwork. I'm stepping in, I go right over here. I should be looking, right? I should expect to get hit as I hit. And then from there, then I can adjust my footwork, and then I can go ahead and hit. Okay? Anything you see with him that you're seeing that?
No, it was good. I was just trying to find my counters a little bit, but I lost sight of the feet, so I'll just keep it in mind more.
Okay, all right. So good job for you. We'll bump him out, and then who do you want? Logan or who do you see? Minato. Come on, Minato. So now we're gonna have shoot be a lefty, a little bit shorter. He's fighting somebody that's like 6'3" next week. So what we're gonna do is that he's just gonna have to learn how to adjust. And the reason that I like all these mismatches as a trainer is that I should be able to tell him something, he should be able to do it right away. So he's getting used to the repetition of that he should be able to adapt and change. If you're only training for a person that's like 6'3", it's good just to get your work in. But again, what happens if they have like a different style? You don't want to get in love with like doing one style just because the person is so tall. You should be able to change it, especially if he's going to be better skilled with the accounts, be better skilled. All right, so we're here. Short specs. Let's go. 3 and 3. There you go. All right, time. All right. So very good back and forth. What don't I like, right? She always gets kicked in the leg. Good stance. Boom, right here. I'm always getting kicked in the leg, right? So for kicks, you kick my leg, move it back, and then basically fire back. Okay. So that's one thing I'm seeing. And then also because he's so tall, distance is off. So fighting him, I'd rather have him like in the sternum, like about her face level, so she can basically hit hard. But just make sure that shoulder is protected. So when you go in, right over there. And then knowing that after your third one, he's going to attack, be ready. He's either going to kick you, but I should be able to catch it, right? Or I should be able to block it, or I can basically push, just depends, okay? For you, there's a couple of times that you're trying to move too fast again. So you're trying to actually make contact. Okay. So one thing I want him to do is just make contact with the person. All right, let's try it again. Right over here, you can see how well they're moving. One Go ahead. Hey, I'll take Minato. Get your leg kicked. That's only 2 though. Alright, time before you get now. So this was actually a good exchange from Minato. You go. Actually, no, you stay over here. Not too bad. You can see what happens is that as we let it go, guess what happens with the starts to escalate, it becomes more competitive. So for me as a coach, I like that because it's hard to teach somebody to be competitive. And you can see when you have the right training partners, even if you're getting hit so many times in the face, it's when I say it's enjoyable, it's fun. It's like it's that competitive thing. So that's what we like. And then I know some of the coaches on the side were asking, what were you saying, Logan? You said that it's a fast pace or. No, so as long as the people are moving at the same speed, that's all that makes a difference. If you're moving at 10%, then the other person better be moving at 10%. And then usually for me as a trainer on the outside, I'll tell you guys, hey, go ahead and kick it up a little bit. I don't want to see somebody at 10%, somebody at like 70%, because it's not going to be the same. And right over here, like with us, it's like we're not going to have the perfect body for Nikhil at 6'3", 153 pounds, every single time. So we're using different bite types. So he's got to be able to adjust. But you can see that we'll bring in Logan Chai next. When he goes with Nikhil, he's going to have to change his style immediately. So that just tells you that his IQ in his brain is starting to function. Did you see anything with her?
Oh, it's good. A lot of movement, a lot of lateral movement as well. So trying to always try to stay square with her so she doesn't get my off angle.
Yeah.
She's able to attack my leg. So trying to stay square with her, that's kind of the challenge. But getting something in her face so she can't see really where my feet are going, that also played part of it as well.
All right. Anything with him or?
I mean, he has long leash, so I have to every time use like step up a little bit more.
Yes.
So
Right, and so that's another good point. Is that if you're fighting somebody that's much taller, once she gets on the inside, that's when she's going to be the most explosive. So she's going to be using a lot of movement just to kind of protect herself, and then when she's ready, then she'll step in, and then she'll.
Most success you had with the hands was right here on my chest.
Right, but then when you start going up higher, and what happens is that because the guys are very comfortable with each other, you can see that they start going a little bit harder. Is that they get carried away, they start to like have fun with it. They're trying to kick each other in the face. They're trying to like trip them, kind of shoot the leg and stuff like that. But when it comes to like a real fight, okay, you guys got to remember that it's going to be a fight for 2 minutes. Stay focused, do what you're going to do, and then if the person is hurt, don't get careless. That's when you can do it for the camera. So we'll have you out. So good work.
Thank you.
And then we'll have Logan Chai up. No injuries. Take it easy. Yep, same speed. We'll give you. All right, so respects. All right. So that's actually a pretty good exchange. So the one thing that me and the coach were talking about is like Logan, he's always having his leg up. So basically, when the person's attacking, you put your leg up. Right over here, the way that you can defeat this pretty easily is that I can always like look to sweep it, and then I can go ahead and kick, or he puts it up again. Right? That's what I can do. I can basically stick, boom, and hit. So over here, that's just basically like a hop kick. So he basically has that leg up. He's doing one of these things. I can keep it up. He's keeping it up here. I just boom hit.
Would you try to go through his guard and hit?
I would. So again, it just depends. Like I can see like if I'm that close, if he's doing that, I can always look to sweep it, but I don't want to commit to it. But I'm not gonna hit the thigh like he goes back up again. Sorry. Okay. I'll hit low. I'll basically hit low right here to hit. But right over here, just if he likes to do that when I'm attacking him, he basically likes to do the long guard and he likes to have his leg up. Because what do you think he's going to do? He's either going to teep. He's probably looking to teep, which we know. But right over here, since we're doing that 3-for-3 drill, he's not able to basically, unless he times it, like after you do your 3, if you do it in 1, 2, 3, boom, then he can start off with that. But you really got to have good balance for that. So when somebody does that, bop, 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 boom, I'll basically kind of go over to the side and then hit. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think besides that?
It's good. I think you can maybe not hold your leg up for so long.
But that's what you were doing before. Yeah. Now you can see that we're going to address.
Or just tap. I know you like to teach, just tap. Boom, fired. Instead of just holding, because otherwise I just go heavy with the hands if I see it.
Right. What about you? What are you thinking? Because it was a good exchange. It was very good. Very technical exchange. What are you thinking?
I think he's really fast with combos, but I think he should be more patient and do some more feints. Maybe like, as you just said, like he's like really cooking his combo. So when I'm doing this, like I think you gotta think more about like doing what you like doing, like counter that leg when I have the leg up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like your timing has to change.
Yeah.
It's not just pop, pop, pop all the single time. I always use this analogy. I say that if we were a SWAT team and we're breaking into the house, he'd be the point guy. He'd be the first person that breaks into the door and gets shot first. And then I'll come in and then I'll basically clean up the room. So like for him, it's like he's got to be able to basically like kind of create those openings, basically hit. He doesn't have to go right away. Basically hit, see what he does, how he reacts, right? Pop, right? He moves that, right? Pull it. You know, a lot of different things that you can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and go one more round. Let's see if they can make the adjustment. All right, so right over there, that's even works too. Like you get through it. Anything quick before you turn off?
It was a good round. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's happening? He's getting very confident, and you'll see that a lot with a lot of students. Is that when they get confident, they start doing crazy things. Crazy things is like a jumping knee from this distance. You know, there's no reason to do jumping knees, going high. You know, to stick to the basics, and then when you're looking for that flash, you know, usually when the person is tired. Good work.
Thank you.
All right. Not bad. Good for you. You just got to basically slow down like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're going pop, pop, just a little bit. So we basically would have to basically pull him back a little bit, but that just takes time.
If I see the hands are showing, I want to press the advantage. So I'll kind of speed up to kind of take
Good point. So basically, he's saying that what happens is like guys are holding, so he wants to attack. So sometimes when they're doing this, have them hold it for. Imagine if I basically told you to shell up, and I hit right away. You already know that.
Yeah.
Shell up.
Now it's yeah.
Yeah. So you can see that what happens is that when you have that patience, it kind of messes with people, and then they open up. Bam, that's when you're looking to attack.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So good work.
Thank you.
So right over here, this was like a quick coacher session. You can see that we can actually run this for a while. Normally when I do it is that we basically give the instructions and then we have all the coaches working together. And I put a good amount of time, maybe like 2, 3, 4 minutes, just enough for me to see things that I can do to change. And then I stop it and then I give them the changes and then we have them do it again. So we get a lot of volume and repetition over here. This was just like a quick class so I can show the viewers at home how we kind of run it over here at TAG. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.